Hi, I'm Stephanie, the PT with the Note Ninjas, and together with Nicole, we help PTs, OTs, and assistants with treatment planning and documentation. So today I want to talk about planks, modifications to planks, and how we can do it with our older adult patients. So I feel like sometimes therapists get into a little bit of a rut or routine with their older adults, and we'll give them some sitting exercises or some basic sitting exercises, but they can do so much more, and we need to challenge them. And I'm not saying they need to do a plank on the floor or push up on the floor, but we can modify it and we can make it doable for them. And it is also showing our skill, which I'm going to go over all of that for you right now. So I'm going to show you a video of it, but first let me just explain. So when we are doing a modified push-up or a plank, we can start with doing them on a wall, on a treatment table, on a chair. Just make sure it's very sturdy. And then just start off with your patient in a plank on their hands, their feet on the ground, and then make sure you're cueing them. Remember, we need to show our skill. Are you cueing them to keep their body straight? Are you giving them tactile cues to squeeze their glutes? Are you giving them a visual cue to look 2 to 3 inches in front of them? So we're giving these cues while they're in a plank. And then as our patient progresses, we can, instead of even going to the floor, we can progress them while they are elevated. We can add some taps with their upper extremities. If they're on a chair, maybe use the visual cue of touching the top of the chair. If you're using a wall, you could have a piece of paper, a piece of tape, and have them reach for it. And this can also show progression. You can increase how high it is or how far away it is. And that is showing your skill with progressing your patient. Or maybe you want to add some lower body modifications. You can keep their arms stable and maybe lift a leg, one leg at a time. Then you could progress to alternating legs. And again, during this activity, you need to show your skill. Let's go to the quick video to show you the modification with what you can do. So as you saw in the video, I was doing my plank on a chair. I did a regular plank first, then I did some push-ups, I did some arm taps, and I did some leg lifts. And that's all things that a lot of patients can do. Even if you don't think they can, a lot of patients can do it when these activities are modified. And then remember, show your skill. What did you do that a lay person may not know how to do? Did you give them those tactile cues to engage your core? Did you give them those visual cues to increase their range of motion? Did you give them physical cues because maybe they did lose their balance and you had to steady their hips? Did you give them a verbal cue to make sure their body was aligned and get their butts down? Because you know everybody likes to raise up. What did you do? And then make sure you show progressions. If you're always doing the same activity with your patients, it will no longer be skilled. So you do need to change it. You can document the patient was able to hold the position for longer. And you can also say that you gave them less cues. But then you can also add in the progressions. Patient progressed from doing a static plank to adding hand taps. Patient required manual assist at the hips to maintain neutral position. That shows your skill. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn out thing. It doesn't have to be a novel. You just have to say specifically what the patient did and what you did, and then how your patient reacted to it. That shows your skill. That will let you continue to treat your patients for an extended period of time. So make sure to follow us at the Note Ninjas for more treatment ideas and documentation tips.